Of course, the File Explorer here in Windows 8 is all about staying organized, allowing you to navigate through the various folders and files on your computer or any device connected to your computer. But you also have the ability to create your own folders, move files around, delete files and folders, things we're going to talk about right now. And you'll notice here I still have my exercise files folder open here in the File Explorer from the previous lesson. If you need to get caught up, you can go to the desktop and double-click your exercise files folder if that's where you put it. Otherwise, just go down to your taskbar at the very bottom of your screen. You'll find the File Explorer icon there. Give it a click and navigate to a folder of your choice. Right now, we're going to talk about what you see down the left-hand side of your screen. It's called the navigation pane. And you'll notice it's kind of grouped together with your favorites at the top. You'll see libraries, which are made up of various folders, something we'll talk about later on in this chapter. Then you might see home groups if you're connected, your computer, any hard drives, any removable drives that might be connected. You may also see some network connections. Every computer is going to be different, so you may not see exactly what I have. But the navigation techniques we're going to use are going to be the same. For example, if we want to go to our desktop, we click Desktop. And we're going to be looking at everything on our desktop over here on the right-hand side, including access to libraries and your computer. The only thing really that is on our desktop, if we were to look at it, is the recycle bin and the exercise files. The other options we see here are just added for your convenience. Let's say we want to go to the Downloads folder. Clicking it here under Favorites is going to show you all of the files you've been downloading. And this is where they go to by default. So you open up an email, there's an attachment, it's downloaded to the Downloads folder. Now if we want to go back, we can obviously just click the folders or libraries wherever we want to go, or we can use the navigation buttons that appear at the top. If you don't remember the last folder you were looking at, just click the back button and you'll see it's actually the desktop. Click it again and you'll see it's our exercise files. Now if this is where we started, there's nowhere to go back, but you'll notice there is an arrow to take us up a level. So exercise files is actually part of the desktop. And here across the top you can see it's also part of my user account folder under users on my hard drive. So I can navigate to it that way, or I can just use the up arrow to go up to the desktop. And you can see I also have the ability to click each of these settings here, each of these options. By clicking, take me directly to that location. So choosing my local disk, C drive, you can see it's now highlighted over here on the left, and I can navigate down through the various subfolders to get back to my exercise files. That's the long way. So probably if it's a folder you're going to use quite often, you might want to make the exercise files a favorite, let's say. So while viewing the contents of the exercise files, go to Favorites and right-click. Now, from here, you're going to see an option that allows you to add the current location to your favorites. So clicking it at the bottom, you now have quick access to your exercise files no matter where you are. So if I'm looking at my music library and I want to go to the exercise files, I can get there quickly right from there. So that's just a couple of navigation tips. Of course, when you scroll down through folders and subfolders, you're going to see these little arrows next to them. And we can expand or collapse, for example. Clicking next to my name will collapse that folder. It's under Users. I can collapse that as well. I can go all the way to collapsing the local disk, for me, my C drive. And of course, clicking that same arrow will also expand if you want to go browsing through the various folders on your computer. I'm going to collapse the C drive and bring it right back where we started. Now, to stay organized, you may want to separate your files from one another. We can go into our Documents folder, which is here under Libraries. Clicking the expansion arrow shows that that includes more than one folder, actually. It's My Documents and Public Documents. So if we want to go to the My Documents folder, which for me is currently empty, and I want to keep files separate from one another, I might consider creating new folders. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. If you right-click My Documents, you're going to see New on the pop-up menu and Folder. It's kind of the old way of doing it. Now that we have the ribbon with My Documents selected, you'll see New Folder right there. You'll also see there's a keyboard shortcut, Control-Shift, and the letter N as in New. And we also have that on the Quick Access toolbar by default, New Folder. So clicking that's going to create a new folder within the current folder, which means it's actually a subfolder. So let's say we want to keep our personal files separate from our business files. We could type in personal. When you press enter on your keyboard, it's locked in. Let's say we want to create another one now. Let's do it from our ribbon. We'll click new folder. And this we'll call business. And hit enter. And we now have two subfolders under my documents. It also shows up here on the path. Let's create one more, and this time we'll do a right click anywhere inside this folder. Go down to new, and from here choose folder. And this one we'll call Trip 2012 and press return. So now when we start working with files, we could be in a program like Microsoft Word, let's say, and we save the itinerary. We can save it to any of these subfolders within the My Documents folder under the Documents library. No problem. Eventually, though, you may no longer need the files or the folders that you've been storing, and we can just simply right-click any one of these folders to delete it, or as you can see, because we have the new ribbon up here, with it selected, let's select Trip 2012. That's come and gone. We can go right up here to the ribbon where we see delete. We also see the keyboard shortcut is Control-D. Notice that the delete button also has a drop-down below. So going down below shows you can actually move it to the recycle bin. And this is the default, by the way. Clicking the delete button actually sends it to the recycle bin. So does the keyboard shortcut Control-D. But by clicking the drop-down, we can also permanently delete. There is a keyboard shortcut for that as well, Shift and Delete. And it doesn't go to the recycle bin where you can get it back. It's permanently deleted. And we can also show confirmation when we delete from the recycle bin. So let's go to the recycle bin, which is the same as just clicking the delete button. You'll notice your recycle bin, if it was empty like mine, it's no longer empty. And that's just another folder on your computer. So you can go to the recycle bin, and when you double click it, notice it opens up a separate window here. We see anything that we've deleted and added to the recycle bin, and check it out here. There's a new Manage tab with the recycle bin tools appearing here. So we can restore items. We can look at the properties or empty the recycle bin, which would permanently delete our files. Well, our Trip 2012, maybe we still need it, so with it selected, we'll restore the selected item. And when we click that, notice it's removed from the recycle bin. We can close this File Explorer window, and it's back over here in My Documents. Now that works the same for files. You can select files, delete them, restore them, and so on. So we actually do want to permanently delete our Trip 2012 folder. Let's make sure it's selected. Let's go to the Delete drop-down and choose Permanently Delete. You will see that confirmation. You have to click Yes, that you really meant to do that. Notice my recycle bin is still empty. I've just permanently deleted it. So those are some quick navigation and organizational techniques we can use here in File Explorer. There's still more to come.